My dear Toastmasters and guests, welcome to the Sunday meeting for Toastmaster Club of Pune Northeast. I am Toastmaster Sanat, the Sergeant at Arms for today. Before we begin, let me read out the mission statement for Toastmasters. The mission of Toastmaster Club is for the member to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in better self-confidence and personal growth. Now, before we begin, let me set a few simple ground rules. Please keep your microphones on mute unless it's your turn to speak to avoid any kind of disturbance. We'll keep our mobile phones on silent mode so that we are not disturbed by the notifications and calls, at least during this 1 hour. And I would appreciate if we encourage our speakers and who come on stage and deliver their parts, as they have taken a lot of effort for that and it requires effort to come on stage. So we can appreciate them with the reaction emojis or claps. And we can switch our cameras on so that we'll love to see you all and we'll have better communication and better exchange of positive vibes. So with it, I'll now call upon our presiding officer, our dynamic Toastmaster Kamya. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanat, for starting the meeting. And thank you so much, everyone. Good afternoon. Today, we have our educational session, and it is going to be conducted by Toastmaster Kamaljeet. So, Toastmasters is a very big platform. And to know more about it, it is very, very important to know the website, because that's how we will know how to use Toastmasters, how to select pathways, how to get into and enroll in one of the skills pathway. So today, what you're going to learn is all about website, what website have for us and how we can use it effectively, how we can understand that there are so many things, contests, blogs, then pathways, educational, membership, videos. We have everything. And today, everything is going to be covered by Toastmaster Kamaljeet. Toastmaster Kamaljeet, she is our VPE, means Vice President Education. As of now, she completed one pathway and she completed second level of her second pathway, which is a great, great achievement. So congratulations, Toastmaster Kamaljeet, for completing it today. Second, she is second runner-up of evaluation contest and a Triple Crown awardee. With that, I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Kamaljeet, and all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Presiding Officer Toastmaster Kamya, and very good morning to all fellow Toastmasters and guests. I thank our Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting, Toastmaster Sanat, for starting the meeting bang on time with such great energy and explaining the rules for this particular meeting. We will be going through the pros and cons of the Toastmasters website. Do you know that when you become a Toastmaster these days, you don't get any books? Am I right? Please unmute and share your thoughts. Do you get books? Toastmasters is actually a course. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes, it's a course. And whenever you join any course, you get some study material, right? So here you didn't get any study material. No books were sent to your house. But actually, the moment you become a Toastmaster, then our treasurer, Toastmaster Suvarna, adds you on the Toastmasters website. But who is the person who contacts you before you become a Toastmaster? It is a VP membership, and she is Toastmaster Rarity. She takes a lot of efforts in convincing you that how Toastmaster can change your life. Do you agree? And then after you join us, I am the person who is after you to take up speech slots, to take up roles in the meeting. And you must be wondering, where have I landed? What is happening? Why they are asking me to log into that website? Because friends, your entire books are there. So it is very, very important for you to see what is up for you. Imagine, I recently realized that when I have so many members to guide, sometimes I lose track of some members. The members are active, but they don't know how actually they should be proceeding in the meeting. So what they do is they attend meetings. That means they are very active because they are attending all the meetings. But at the same time, what they are doing is learning by seeing. So what they see is, okay, XYZ had also joined with me and she has given or he has given these speeches, so I should do the same. But please note that we all are on different pathways. Okay, so imagine you are an engineering student and you are copying a Bachelor of Arts or a Bachelor of Commerce. Are you going to get the same result? No. So it's very, very important to understand. We have a lot of pathways, so don't copy blindly. Each person will have a different speech methodology. Though in engineering, all the first year engineering students have the same subjects. But from second year, according to your specialization, if you are a mechanical engineer, your subjects will be different. If you are a civil engineer, your subjects will be different. If you are a computer engineer, are you going to study strength of materials? No. Why will you study? Strength of materials is for civil engineers. So it's very, very important for you to understand that what is your pathway. Now, one more challenge, which I always face. Like, somebody who is not accessing Toastmaster website because they don't have the laptop or something like that. So for all those and for all the evaluators who get confused that what will be the typical evaluation or project objectives of a person. So we have made a master Excel sheet. I will show that to you first. So this particular thing is called as pathway selection. Can you see this? Okay, thank you. So you can see here that we have DL, dynamic leadership. We have EC, effective coaching. EH, engaging humor. IP, innovative planning. Because in the speech details, you will usually find it is always mentioned in short forms. As a Toastmaster, you are expected to know all these abbreviations. So DL is not darling, it is dynamic leadership. Okay. EC is effective coaching. EH, engaging humor, innovative planning. LD is leadership development. MS, motivational strategies. Persuasive influence, presentation mastery, strategic relationships, team collaboration, visionary communication. Okay, and you can see these are the pathways, and in front of each pathways you will see what is the icebreaker speech, what is the time requirement of an icebreaker speech, and what is the project objective. So this is our master sheet which I use when somebody is completely clueless and doesn't share their evaluation sheet with me. So I don't want to get under that stress, especially when I'm an evaluator for a person outside my club. And sometimes even 1 hour before the meeting, they haven't shared anything to me. I'm a person who prepares. So I always want to know what is the person who is going to attempt a particular speech will be talking about. You should have at least some general idea so that you know. Let me tell you, contests are just on the cards. So you must know some codes. So you should be always prepared. Impromptu doesn't mean real impromptu. It's like you've been prepared for it. Okay, so now I will take you to the not deep dive, but a brief idea about all these pathways. So here, now I would request Astha, what is your goal of means in Toastmasters? What is your goal? You can unmute and check. Megha? Yeah, sorry. Yes, Astha. Yeah.
Please repeat your question.
Yeah, I said, what is your goal of Toastmasters?
My goal is to develop fluency in English speaking and listening both.
Okay, great. And Megha, what is your goal for joining Toastmasters?
Yeah, my goal is to speak fluently and be confident. I want to be fearless in stage when I am in front of many people.
Okay, so anybody from our team who is into coaching?
Yes, I
Yes,
am
there-
into coaching. I am into coaching. So Toastmaster Suvarna here.
Yes, so Toastmaster Suvarna, you are into coaching. Anybody else who is into coaching? So
Yes,
whoever
I
is
am.
into coaching, so when you are taking your leadership, means pathways, which pathway will you be interested in?
Yes, miss, I was talking
Effective
about
coaching.
Yes, effective coaching, right? Because why? Because if you go for leadership development, yes, you are going to learn something new, but is it going to help you in coaching? No. So let us look at the pathways. So in dynamic leadership, we have got 5 levels, and the main skills which are built in dynamic leadership is public speaking, interpersonal communication, and management. But the additional skills are strategic leadership and conflict resolution. In effective coaching, you can see the main skills are generally same in all the pathways, but the additional skills in effective coaching is coaching and leadership. In engaging humor, it is about speech writing, because what happens when you use humor in your speech, you actually get that audience attention. Innovative planning is all about project management. So those whose personal goal means their office role is about project management, for them, which is the better pathway? Innovative planning. If you are again leadership development, it is primarily focusing on public speaking, interpersonal communication, and strategic relationship. In motivational strategies, you build the skills of motivational leadership and motivational communication. Persuasive influence, you will be working more on leading in complex situations. Presentation mastery, it is about public speaking. So usually the first pathway for somebody who doesn't have a specific goal should be either presentation mastery or leadership development. In strategic relationships, you build the skill of networking. If networking is your problem, like you're not a person who can go and give that visiting card or initiate a conversation, strategic relationship is the pathway for you. In team collaboration, you will learn about collaborative leadership. Here, it's like if you are looking for a position of becoming a team lead in your organization, this is the pathway which you can take up. In visionary communication, you will be learning innovative communication and leadership. Now, imagine, for example, you are a content writer, or you are a person who is into writing magazines or helping organization with their brand building and such stuff, or you are an executive assistant or executive secretary to the board. This is the pathway which can be very, very helpful to you. And very important, do you know that after you complete your 3 levels, you get a free pathway in Toastmaster, which is mentorship. Do you know that? How many of you know this? that you can enroll for a complete one pathway free of cost. And that is mentoring. I will show you all this thing today by actually logging in my own login ID in the Toastmasters website. And these are the other leadership opportunities. So at club level, what will be the various position? We have how many XCOM roles? Any idea?
6.
How many XCOM roles?
6.
Okay, what are those?
President, Vice President, Education,
Hmm.
Public Relationship,
Hmm.
Segment of Forms, Secretary, Treasury.
Hmm. Sergeant at Arms?
Secretary,
Yes.
Treasurer.
Yeah, fine. Okay, thank you. Then, so many times we are confused. Is the area director above the division director or below the division director? So this is the hierarchy. When we have contests, they are at club levels. Then they will be competing at area level. After, if you qualify at area level, you will be competing at division level. If you are successful at division level, you will be competing at district level. Then we have regions, and above that is the Toastmasters International, TI, like we will be having our international speech contest. So if you clear all the rounds, you will be qualified to compete in the international speech contest at the Toastmasters International. So this is how the various positions, like once you do your club level roles, you can then opt for becoming an area director, then a division director. If you complete that, you can then work as district director, program quality director, club growth director, finance manager, administration manager, region advisor, international director. So these are the various leadership roles available in Toastmasters International without you paying anything extra for it. It comes with your membership. You just have to be an active member of the Toastmasters International. So when you join Toastmasters, when the VP membership gives you your login ID, what actually is happening is the treasurer is creating your login ID by paying your fees, and you get a welcome mail. All of you must have received a welcome mail from the Toastmasters International website. Yes? Whoever was part of it, except for guests, I think all have received. So then you click on get started and follow the steps. Okay. You have to verify your profile, right? How many of you have verified your profile? But I think the VP Education tells you go to your base camp and select the pathway. And this is how you log into your pathways. Your first project. So you then go to Icebreaker, right? Icebreaker is the first project. So what is a typical Icebreaker project? Any idea? I want this particular session to be interactive. What is an Icebreaker?
Speaking something about introduction kind of speech we give, where we speak something about ourselves.
Yes.
And this would be like 4 to 6 minutes only. The time would be 4 to 6 minutes.
Right. So it is about you taking us through your life journey so that we know you as an individual better. This is the objective of Icebreaker. Okay. So recognition of achievements. The best part about Toastmasters is that you are going to be recognized for all your efforts all the time. So you will be earning ribbons during meetings. Now, these days we give certificates, digital certificates, but earlier we used to give ribbons. And when you complete a learning path, we give you pins. Okay. And all this thing is getting recorded now in your Toastmasters website. I will show you how. Now, a typical expectation from a member is you must attend at least 2 meetings per month. Okay, we have 4 meetings per month. If you miss 4 meetings, then you won't get speaker slots for the next 2 meetings. Our dress code is always formal unless you are using props. And taboo topics are, don't ever indulge in topics which are based on sex, religion, and political topics. Our club culture is to foster discipline amongst our members. So how we communicate with you? Through the club meetings, when you actually attend the meeting. For example, today you are attending the meeting, so we are communicating with you. We also communicate through emails. We have a WhatsApp group of TMCPNE members group. Those who are from other clubs, they will be having their own groups. We also have a mentor-mentee group, and the other club resources are the website, newsletter, and policy. Now, without further ado, I am actually taking you to the main website. So this is me. Okay. The first thing is, now you must have seen this pathways, and you go to your base camp, isn't it? And in base camp, you will be this is my paths and learning. So I told you that Pathways Mentor Program. This is what I got free of cost from Toastmasters International. This you get, means it's available, but you have to go and actually enroll for that particular program. Engaging humor. So the day I started my mentorship journey, I also started this mentor program. It is a minimum 6 months program because you need to mentor your protege for at least 6 months to complete this particular pathway. Okay, now engaging humor. I have already completed one pathway. Now that is not available here. Okay, but you can see whatever you have achieved. Now this is level 1. So you launch level 1. I'm telling you how to typically complete a pathway. What happens is we usually don't go through all the steps, and then we are asking others what to speak. Let me tell you, you will never have to ever ask that particular question. Why? Because if you go through this entire thing properly, I think you will be having more information than I have it, because I will be at a different level. So I might have forgotten what icebreaker requirements are. So you should go through this entire thing properly. So if you are going through an icebreaker project right now, open the icebreaker, this thing. Okay. This is how you will be going. Sorry, because I was already at, I will go through the first page. One more thing. So this is how it starts. The purpose of this project is to introduce yourself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. And overview, write and deliver a speech about any topic to introduce yourself to your club. Your speech may be humorous, informational, or any other style that appeals to you. Now, I tell you what typical mistake happens here. When I or anybody else will guide you, they will say that please start from your childhood, talk about your college days, your career, and then the reason for joining Toastmasters. So sometimes people think that you have to speak on any one of these. No, you have to cover everything. Some part of your childhood, some part of your adulthood, your career, your family life, and why you joined Toastmasters. So you shouldn't be talking only about one portion of your life. Try to cover all the points. Now, typically, depending on whether you are a slow speaker or a fast speaker. So a slow speaker usually speaks around 75 words per minute. Okay, whereas an average speaker will speak at least 100 words per minute. And if you're a fast speaker, you will be speaking around 150 words per minute. So typically in an icebreaker speech, when you are writing, ensure that you write around 600 words. for an icebreaker. For a 5 to 7 minute speech, you should be writing a speech of at least 700 words. Okay. And these are the skills which you will assess before you start the project. So I feel relaxed when giving a speech. So you should give a proper evaluation. Don't write 5, because if you would have been 5, you wouldn't have joined Toastmasters. Okay. Now, these are the competencies. In each project, they will list down the competencies which you are going to build by doing that particular project. Okay. And please, if anybody has any question, you can unmute yourself and talk to me then and there. Okay. The value of the icebreaker. So what is the value? There is something special about that very first speech or the beginning of a new path. Part 2 starts with a video of members sharing their experience. Okay. Planning your speech. This is like you writing the speech. Like I told you, you can write a 600 words speech. And remember that you can always look ahead to other projects such as researching and presenting in the electives at level 3 to access more information on your icebreaker speech development delivery. Very, very important, because let me tell you what happened is, though I will be focusing for a new member on how he can prepare for the icebreaker speech. But as I mentioned earlier, you should read all the speeches till level 5 right on day 1, because a speech maybe of level 3 or level 4 requires lot of planning. So if you know it in advance, you can start working on that project well in advance. Or sometimes just because you haven't seen that project, you will have to wait for preparing for that particular speech. So it is better that you look at the entire syllabus on day 1. Am I correct? Like when you get your books in June, what do? We read the entire syllabus on day 1, isn't it? So similarly here, it is advisable that you start looking at all the speeches till level 5 on day 1. Now, everywhere there is a video, okay, which is coming. You should go through that video, because there they give you a typical idea of what your speech should be. These are the worksheets which you can download and take your own notes, that this is how I want to develop my speech. Organize your speech. So take an interesting topic. Organize your speech. It should be an interesting topic. There should be opening, body, and conclusion. Very, very important aspect of any good speech. Write it out, remember your outline, connect with the audience. This is very important. Now, this is important in all the speech, not just the icebreaker speech. Rehearse with your friends or family. And these are the various aspects: timing, pacing, organization, review, and learning. So make an accountability partner with whom you are comfortable. So communicate with your evaluator. When you are going to give your speech, you should communicate with your evaluator. You should share your evaluation sheet with the evaluator so that he knows what are your speech details. Relax, breathe, and enjoy. Overcome anxiety. Now, let me tell you, when you are in an urgency, what you should do is, and I'm asking you for your evaluation sheet as a VP Education, because you have already taken a speech slot. So don't waste your time. Just go below the pathway and click this. Here you will get the evaluation and resource immediately. Instead of going through this entire presentation, you can just go to evaluation and resources. And this is your evaluation sheet. You will have to write your name. Like, for example, Toastmaster Kamaljeet. You will write the date when, for example, 8th Feb. You will write the name of your evaluator, Toastmaster Kamya, any speech breaker. and the speech title. You have to fill this up, and when you are saving it, okay, instead of printing, download it, because with your changes, download it, don't print it. If you print it, your evaluator will not be able to fill these details. If you print it, he will be able to fill it only when you are downloading it with the changes. Okay, and then he writes this, okay, good hand gestures and all that. Okay, I'm telling this for the evaluator also. For example, you are going to be evaluator for the first time, so you will get an evaluation sheet. So this is how you fill it. Good hand gestures, you may want to work on stage movement, and you want to challenge yourself for planned pauses. Okay, so some typical comments, and here you can keep on giving them spoken language. There were some grammatical mistakes. Okay, use tone, speed. So this is how you will fill the entire thing. And again, you should also save it as an evaluator. Don't print it. And if you want to print it so that nobody should make changes, it's fine. But sometimes when you print it, you will not be able to edit it thereafter. Okay, so very, very important for you to go through this. Any questions till now?
I had one. So
Yes, tell me.
you mentioned that in level, just give me a moment. Yes. In level 5, we have big projects, and for that particular project, we need planning.
Yes.
I think my voice is echoing. I've joined from 2 devices. Is my voice audible?
Yes, yes, it's very clear. Please speak.
Okay. So can you just name few of the projects so that we get a normal understanding of what kind of projects are there in level 5 and level 4,
Yeah.
which
so
needs planning?
Yes, yes, yes. See, like this is level 4. Now, this is the power of humor in an impromptu speech, which is a normal project. Okay. But if you go to the elective projects, you will find that these are the elective projects. For example, just give me a minute. Yeah, sorry. A bit of noise at my house. My children were making a lot of noise. So sorry. So, manage projects successfully. So some of the typical projects in level 4 as well as level 5, like level 5, there could be a project where you have to share your experience of leading in a volunteering organization, where you have to share the experience of 6 months. Now, imagine if you opened that project now, how will you give a speech? Right? You will have to wait for example, this is leading in an volunteering organization. And if you want to give this project, it requires 6 months leadership experience. How will you give it if you haven't started it? Because you just saw it now. So if you see the entire syllabus, you can actually choose. Like in my first pathway, out of the electives, for example, there are 5 electives. I gave speech on, I'm supposed to give 2 projects from the electives. So I selected 2. Now this time, what I have decided, they are still there in engaging humor, but this time I have selected other 2, so that I develop the skills of presenting those projects also. So you should try to learn different type of things. For example, leading in. Now, let us go to the this section only. Your evaluation. Here you will find print my project. Here, this entire book is there. Earlier, these things were, even now you can ask for a hard copy, but you have to pay extra for it. So these entire booklets were sent to you. Now,
Toastmaster.
yes,
You're not sharing your screen.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no
One
worries.
minute. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I am just seeing it myself. Okay. Can you see it now?
Not yet. Yes, now it's visible.
Yeah. So this is leading in a volunteering organization. Can you see the purpose of the project is to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteer organization. And what is written here? Serve in a leadership role in Toastmasters or another volunteer organization for at least 6 months. Now, those who are hesitating in taking part in XCOM roles, imagine you lose such a good opportunity. So those who are already part of XCOM, I think they will be able to do this project very easily because they are getting that experience. Not everybody will be in a position like Toastmaster Kamya already works for an NGO, but not necessarily everybody gets that opportunity. So those who don't have that opportunity, at least you have the opportunity in Toastmasters itself. So just come forward and take up those XCOM roles. We will be now maybe after a few months starting with some associate roles. So come forward and take it up. What will happen is you will get that experience. And when you are delivering your level 5 speech, you can give a speech on your experience about leading in a volunteering organization. Okay. I hope I have answered your question, Toastmaster Kamya. Okay.
Yes,
Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you.
Yeah, fine. So, yeah. Any other question?
Yes, Toastmaster Kamaljeet, like what should be the duration between the two speeches we can, keep the target? Like it depends on the individual to individual, or we should have some specific goal we should keep the, gap of this many days.
It depends from individual to individual. Okay. But the thing is that if you plan it properly, then you will be able to go in a fast track mode also. Okay. But I will say that at least give one speech per month, minimum one speech per month. You shouldn't miss that opportunity. At least give one speech per month. That is a good, 3 roles to be taken, or at least one role, one speech per month. Okay. Minimum. This is, I'm saying minimum. Means even if you want to go fast track, Toastmasters, if it's an active club, will not allow you to go on fast track. But at the same time, I would say you shouldn't be lagging behind also. You should give at least one speech per meeting, per month, sorry. One speech per month. Okay. Now, when you are on engaging humor pathway, because you require a lot of stories for in your level 3 speeches. Now, in the new Toastmasters website, they give you a facility of story collection. So whatever comes to your mind, you can actually keep on writing it here and use it later. I will also show you, and then you also get supplementary learning materials. Now you can see the badges which you get.
Toastmaster Kamaljeet, please share your screen.
I'm so sorry. So, yeah. Can you see this? So these are your badges. Yes. So when you start, for example, presentation mastery activated. So you will see when I completed level 2, then I activated Pathways Mentor Program. So that badge I got. Level 3, Presentation Mastery. Level 4, Presentation Mastery. Level 5, Presentation Mastery. And then after completing Presentation Mastery Level 5, I get Presentation Mastery Proficient. This is how you will be getting your badges. Now, Engaging Humor activated, Level 1 achieved. Level 2, once Toastmaster Kamya achieves it, I cannot, give marks to myself. So there is a proper check and balance. They will always ask you to, if you, President, I have to okay her pathway completion. Similarly, she will complete mine. So the President, VP Education, and the club secretary are allowed to give completion certificates once you complete the level. It's very, very important for you that whenever you are completing a pathway, you should actually this. Now, this is very important. Base camp profile. So if you are looking at this is Kamaljeet Kaur Sidhu. This is my profile. Okay. And you can see additional information here. And here you can see that I was R counter on 26th October. I was a grammarian on 6th July, general evaluator. So this is where you can put your roles. And only the latest roles which you have updated will be appearing here. Okay, so it keeps on changing and updating the latest this thing. Now, typically, this is your base camp profile. Once you complete your, I will now show you how to complete your levels. So you are in pathways. So you go to your base camp. I will also show you that once you send your level completion, we as club officer have to go to base camp manager to give you completion certificate. Now let us see this open curriculum. I will show you. Now this is level 2 completion. So when I complete a particular level, I have to go to a level where I evaluate that particular project. This is the last step. Means once you assess your skills after the project, you will be getting a mail for evaluating your level. So you will, they will ask you to give you feedback about the Toastmaster website, means how the project was useful to you and other questions. There are typically 4 to 5 questions. Similarly, when you complete level 2, project 2, project 3, now after completing all this, then this gets activated. By that time, this will not get activated. You have to complete all your 3 levels and then only this gets activated. Once you activate your level 2 completion, this will come. What is it showing? That in the level 2 completion box, please mark complete. I have already done this. The status for the level 2 completion item will show as pending approval, completion approval. Now, Toastmaster Kamya, are you there? Your Vice President Education will receive notification that you have completed the projects in level 2 and are awaiting completion approval. After your Vice President Education submits the approval for level 2, the status for this level completion item will be changed to completed. Understood? So this is what is important. Understood? Now this is level 3. And level 3, I'm launching, so I will get all the information about level 3. And you can see in level 3, again, there are electives. So what is happening? There are 13 projects which are given to us. I have an option of 13, but I have to complete only 2 plus the 1 main project. So, you know, you have to choose what you are good at and use that. For example, if you like storytelling, so you can see the ones which are in blue are the ones which I have explored. That let me try using descriptive language. I hadn't tried this last time. Connect with storytelling. So I hadn't tried last time. So this is what I'm going to try this time. So I prepare well in advance. I am not yet prepared for this, but I have gone through the syllabus that this is what I can do. This is what it requires. So it is very, very important. Whenever you have free time, especially at night or after 11, I go through the Toastmasters website. I also complete the completion certificates, whatever completion requests I have received. At the same time, I also go through my own projects, future projects. What are the requirements? Okay.
Toastmaster Kamaljeet, we will have this independent project or we will have again sub-project within that. For example, we have taken the storytelling.
Yes.
Here it is independent single project, or again we will have a sub-project inside.
No, it's a single project. In this project, you use storytelling techniques and descriptive skills to help make every speech relatable and interesting. So this is what you are going to learn by doing this particular project. But if you see, there is no sub-project in this. What happens is, you must have seen once Toastmaster Sumitra had used 2 stories to talk about, I think positive thinking. So that time she had done this particular project. So if you have gone through the entire thing, sometimes you find that somebody uses a PPT, presentation software, for giving the project. So actually that was a level 3 project where a person used PowerPoint presentation to present their this thing. Okay, so you will have to go through this well in advance for you to be, and imagine if somebody is going to prepare for an interview, how about using this project? And it's a very good project because it actually helps you in displaying your body language also and role playing, isn't it? So it's a very good project. So depending on what, and let me tell you, always take up projects where you have a challenge. Don't try to do the projects where you are already good. Then how will you learn something new? So take a project where you are bad, where you are not good at. I took engaging humor because I was bad with humor. So I used to always envy Toastmaster Kamya. How can she crack those jokes so nicely, so easily? And later on, when I took it up, I found that yes, I can also do it. It requires practice. It requires a perspective. So for that, I have started looking at funny videos, which I never used to see. So what happens is you can see so many benefits of one particular pathway where I'm also, viewing things which I never used to view before. So what happens is you get, into a new world completely. So try to look at those things from a different perspective. Don't try to give speeches in the fields where you are already good at. Try something new. Do you agree? Okay, now without waste of time, I will be just going to the main Toastmasters website because it won't take much time. And I want you to pay good attention to this. So Toastmasters website gives you magazine. How many of you view this? So this is our latest magazine. यहाँ free में magazine मिल रहा है, कोई नहीं पढ़ रहा है. Nobody is reading it. It's actually a world-class magazine. If they were to print it and sell it, they would have been selling it like, $700. It's so good. But we as Toastmasters get it free. So what is the topic for the February Toastmasters magazine? Can anybody read it?
Leadership in a changed world.
Yes, how the pandemic has pushed leaders to chart new waters. And it's a very good magazine for February. Please go and read it. You will get a lot of new things to read about. Okay, resources. In resources, we have video library. Okay, so various topics like, public speaking series, Lose the Fear, Learn the Relevance, Toastmasters first ever virtual convention. So we get access to our convention videos here, public speaking series, Speak for Yourself. So all these video resources are available on the video library. Okay, then we have podcasts also. Those who like only to hear and not watch, they can use this. And it's really very good. And this you can also access on your mobile. Okay. And I have gone through all these podcasts and it's really very nice. So this lady, she's too good with animals. And some of her speeches are all about her communications with the animals, her pets. So, you can actually, like Toastmaster Suvarna, you have a good parenting skill. So you can start making small videos about you and your little one. So, what happens is you start looking at your daily life in a very different perspective. One of my friends, she has started making videos of she and her son. And it's fun. She makes very small 2-minute video. And it's really very fun. So, what happens is she is also developing the public speaking skill for her child while she is also exploring it. So it's very important that you go through all these resources. We have if you are going to participate in the speech contest, so all the rules are available here. If you want to know about public speaking tips, so it is available here. So go through all these things. this particular menu is about Leadership Central. So since I'm a club officer, I get access to the club tools. If you are a district director, you get access to the district center. So for somebody to know, for example, Toastmaster Suvarna meets some district director and she tells him, I'm also a Toastmaster. And if he says, are you still a Toastmaster? And she says, yes. But if he wants to check it, he can check it whether she is actually a current Toastmaster or not, because he has access to all the roster of the entire district. Okay, membership. So this is all about new members, how to join. Okay, so and if you want to start a new club, all those resources are available here. This is about education in general, so not very much relevant to us. If you are a new member, you should go to this. Okay, go to Basecamp. And from Basecamp, we just saw how we access the various pages. Any questions?
Yeah, I have one question. Actually, I have completed level 5 dynamic leadership, and lastly there is a path completion.
Yes.
Should I want to give one speech to complete whole path?
Yes, you are right. There is one more last speech. I know how you feel there because I had that similar feeling. I thought this is my last project, and when I went for completion, they asked me to give one more speech. So, but yeah, it requires one more speech. You're right.
Then the full dynamic leadership path will complete, right?
Yes.
For certificate will appear in the path completion.
Yeah, so it will appear first when you click it, when you say mark complete, what will happen is your VP Education and President gets a alert that you have completed your level 5. And once they approve it, you will be able to see your certificate.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I have some issues in payment in my card. If I entered my card details and do the payment, means sometimes it will not accept.
But why will you make the payment? You are a member, so give it to your treasurer. They will make the payment.
Yeah, club officer also have options to make a payment there.
Yeah, you are a club officer.
Yeah, I'm a club officer.
Yeah. So you have to use a credit card only.
Oh, only credit card. Okay.
Only credit card. No other cards are accepted. Only credit card. Toastmaster Suvarna will tell you. Now, what happened is she is our treasurer. She doesn't use a credit card. And then we face this problem. So she uses her husband's card and does the payment. So you will have to use somebody's credit card.
Yeah, if I give the credit card, means there will be limit for 1 lakh, 2 lakhs. There will be. It might be misused or what.
You are right, but you have to very carefully use your own credit card and keep the details to yourself. You are right.
When I give for any other clubs, now I'm in Bangalore. I have given some Delhi Toastmasters club. There, there is a possible, or how you want to take precaution from that?
See, I tell you in general, because I'm also a finance person. That's why I'm telling you. Never ever share your credit card details or internet banking details with anybody. So if somebody, for example, you are the treasurer of a Delhi-based club, just take the details and you make the payment from, because it's on the website, so you can make the payment from your own login ID, provided you are a club officer for that particular club.
Okay.
Otherwise, you will just make the payment by regular mode through UPI to that particular treasurer. Yes, Toastmaster Suvarna, please.
Actually, I would like to add one more thing. We generally think this is just a Toastmasters website, but whenever we are doing the payment through Toastmaster website, we should always log in from incognito tab to avoid that internet. Any further issues in the future regarding the hacking and all.
Yes, very true, because incognito tab you should always use whenever you are doing any financial transaction. So my problem is that none of my passwords are saved on my laptop. I have to always remember it. Why? Because in case my children and all that are playing and they want to play that game, and if it is stored, my cards details are stored, they will end up paying for it. And recently I read in one article that in one news that how one child had ordered some 4 lakh worth furniture from just online without understanding, because the credit card details were already saved in the laptop. Fine. So I think now we just have 5 more minutes and I don't want to lose the time. I think I've covered all the points for today's meeting.
We have a
So
question in chat box actually.
okay, let us see.
Yeah. She's asking, can we get videos of professional speeches in the website? And
Yes,
second, like,
yeah, all the videos of like all the world, contestants, winners is available on the website. And for all typical speeches, there are videos on the website. It is part of your curriculum itself. Now, this is the advantage of the online website. If you would have ordered the textbooks, what would have happened is you wouldn't have got those videos. But when you are accessing it online, the videos are actually available on the in the part of your curriculum itself. Apart from that, various videos are available on this thing. So what happens is, if you want to see something, some old video, you will have to go down. Okay, explore it more. The latest videos are available on the websites on the first page. So you will have to keep on going through the video library to see, or you can do a search for that particular video. Yes. What are the other questions, Toastmaster Sanat, if you could help me?
like from the same person, she's a new member and she asks, can you give a small glimpse, like what kind of contest happened in Toastmaster?
Okay, fine. So we have many types of contests. Okay, actually that was part of my this thing also. So we have got tall tale contest. Okay, we were just talking about it. We have table topic contest. We have evaluation speech contest. We have got international speech contest. We have humorous speech contest. These are the various contests which we have in Toastmasters website. Am I sharing that sheet?
No.
Which one is which
It's
one?
your Toastmaster International Pathways.
Save this thing. Okay, fine. I will just. So, but see, I will share my mobile number here, and you can contact me for any of your this thing. Toastmaster Sanat, will you just put my mobile number in the chat box?
Okay, sure.
So I take the first table topic. I've got just few minutes. I will take it till 10 if presiding officer permits. So this is for Arjun, who is one of our regular table topic speaker. Shall I display the topic to you? Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. And timer, I would request somebody to play the role of timer. So for limiting the time is just 1.5 minutes. Okay. And Toastmaster Suvarna, just put the time for in your clock. When has honesty not been the best policy for you?
When has honesty, it was just 1 month ago, I guess. I was driving my car, and there is this one place near this BKC Bandra flyover one, where the cop, my front number plate is like broken a little bit, so that the MH is not visible, but the M is half broken. Those people, whenever there is nobody else to stop, they'll always stop me for time pass or whatever. And I go through the rest of the city, half of the city, and no other cops will stop me. But cops in this junction, they will always stop me. So one time they tried to stop me and I was just too tired to stop, and I just went ahead. I mean, I slowed down a little bit, and then I saw that this is another one of those time pass stops, and I went ahead. And then one cop came on a bike and rammed his bike in front of me, and then just started asking, "Why don't you stop?" And I was just like, "Sir, aap log," it came out of my mouth that, you're I go to the rest of the city and nobody stops me. You are the only people. Aap log time. You are just stopping me for time pass only. And he got so angry, he slapped me. Like police brutality happened. Like an educated person like me, like he fucking slapped me. And yeah, so I should not have been honest. I should have been like, I didn't see you, sir, and something like that. Whatever in Marathi I should have said. But that day I realized honesty is not the best policy, not always the best policy.
Right. Good. Thank you. Ashish. Good one. Ashish, you're there? Karan?
Yes.
Okay. Topic for you is good things come to those who wait. How would you explain that to a bachelor?
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Good morning to all. I'm Toastmaster Karan Parekh. Good things come to those who wait. And how do I explain this to a bachelor? Where in fact, I'm a bachelor. So it said that the couples are the pair of couples is written in the heavens. So perhaps there is one for everyone. And if not, consider people who have not married and are still very successful. You can consider them as your role models if the previous idea doesn't work out. So so if you wait, you work on your personality, give yourself enough time, you can find a good mate. Or else in India, we always have an option. You can ask your parents to do these things for arranged marriage and find someone to marry you. Thank you. Over to your Table Topic Master.
Thank you. And we are now at our last table topic. Who wants to go next? Please unmute and take it up immediately.
Marutesh has raised his hand.
Yes, I want to go.
Marutesh, okay.
Okay.
If early bird catches all the worm, how are the other birds still alive?
Yeah. Shall I go?
Yes.
Okay, can you repeat the question again?
If early bird, there's a phrase. If early bird catches all the worm. Okay, so means, for example, if you are early at a particular place, you get all the benefits. So here I am twisting it and asking you, if early bird catches all the worm, how are the other birds still alive?
Yeah, thank you, Table Topic Master. Really, it was very good questions. And now comparing to this phrase into the natural resources, we are utilizing the resources are like two type of resources. One is renewable and one is non-renewable. The people who have born early, they are utilizing more resources like petrol, coal. These are not renewable resources, but we should safeguard for the future generation also these resources. If we utilize unnecessary, our future generation can't see this type of resources. Like we have some of the dinosaurs or some of the animals that we can't see. Like this in future also, if we don't save the resources, definitely future people will not see it. Hence, we always used to have a sustainable development. We should save the resource. We should utilize with a limited, and we should substitute the resources one to another. And we want to develop our nation. Then only every people will have everything in the future generation. Thank you.
Thank you. So I think we are at the end of the table topic master. I've already got message from my presiding officer. It's time to wind up. Thank you all for your patient listening. If you have any other specific questions, do contact me. I have already shared my contact details. Thank you. So yes, over to the presiding officer for concluding the session.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dr. Kamaljeet. As our Kamya is not available, she is facing network issues. So it's a really wonderful session you had taken, Dr. Kamaljeet, and really I'm sure all the participants would have got good information about our website. Even I learned a lot because I have not explored our website so much, but it was really, we needed it, all of us. So thank you so much for taking this education session for us. And yes, we will get back to you if we need any more information or clarification on that. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, everyone, for taking out time on this Sunday afternoon. And it's a good way to take out your time for learning, for self-development, right? So that's all for today. And let's meet on Tuesday meeting. And Tuesday is going to be wonderful meeting, right? Toastmaster Kamaljeet?
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So let's meet on.
One more thing, those who are still to join Toastmasters, we have kept a special session for a guest on the coming Sunday. It's an open house and we are going to do it on next Sunday at 11 a.m. So those who are still in two minds whether to join Toastmasters or not, all your doubts are going to be clarified. So please do join the Toastmasters with your family on the coming Sunday, 11 a.m. sharp. The links will be shared with you. You can get in touch with one of our club members, Toastmaster Minu, Toastmaster Sanat, myself, or Toastmaster Kamya or Suvarna, and we will be sharing the Zoom links with you for you to register for the open house. Thank you so much.
Wow, wonderful. So guys, we are having so many wonderful opportunity to get in touch, and let's see you on Tuesday, right? Have a nice Sunday. Bye-bye.